Okay, guys, this is Ada back with another one. Let's talk about familiar spirits. What is a familiar spirit? A familiar spirit is a family spirit, or for those who um, that may be a little bit too deep for you. A family spirit or a familiar spirit can be a pattern of behaviors that families had operated in from generation to generation. And what is driving that spirit? It's not the spirit of God, it's the spirit of the enemy. Because with those familiar spirits come poverty. With those familiar spirits come mental illness, depression, everything that you can think of that's negative that didn't originate from God that we have made normal. And so with that being said, guys, when there's something familiar with us, we draw to it. We run away from stuff that we don't understand. And so a lot of times when God was pushing us toward our healing, we were running away from us because we thought that something was wrong because we became too familiar with depression. We became too familiar with poverty. We became too familiar with toxic relationship because it seemed normal. And guys, as a therapist, that's why sometimes therapy is necessary so that we can renew our mind, not only renew it in God's word, but use a good Christian counselor, or a counselor who's a Christian or believe in God's word if you are, to help you to break down some of those patterns and familiar spirits. But what God is doing is this season, He's uncovering those familiar spirits, those familiar patterns of behavior that keep you trapped in a certain mindset, that keep you stuck, that keep you stagnant, that keep you from moving on. He's exposing that stuff. But we have to be a willing participant. We have to allow God to move it. We have to humble ourselves and say, Lord, help me. And we have to acknowledge that it exists. Because if we don't acknowledge this stuff exists, then the enemy will continue to perpetuate those familiar spirits because they seem normal. They seem friendly. But it's of the enemy, guys, and he's keeping you bound. But because it's familiar, you don't want to let it go. So with that being said, guys, if this video has been helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And stay tuned for the next video.